The mutants appeared and attacked all the people, but the duelists of times and dimensions fight them to prevent the rising of Zork.
Grandpa, what are you doing outside? A mutant might show up.
Don't worry, Yugi, I'm a strong duelist, and in my youth I was an explorer and pain in my back I can't move, Yugi. Call a doctor or 2 doctors, my back really hurts.
If a mutant appears, I will confront him. You go home and rest.
Thank you, you are really the best grandson.
But you have to go back inside. Mutants are really dangerous. I heard that they killed 4 billion people, which is half the world.
Indeed, only the strongest duelists can defeat the mutants. And they don't only target the duelists, they attack everyone, even ordinary people, and they can only be harmed by duel. I couldn't stand seeing people suffer and wanted to fight on my own. Looks like I can't, but I'm glad I trained Yugi to protect himself and others. What is the problem, Yugi? I feel you are confused these days.
Junouchi disappeared the day the mutants appeared.
Don't worry, he's my student, but look for him anyway.
Thanks for the encouragement.
My back hurts again. Why when Yugi left?
Injured man in front of my clinic.
My beautiful lady, seeing you made me feel better.
I'm Dr. Arena. Would you like to check up on you?
Of course, lady.
The bait has been obtained. Today one of the heroes will fall in front of my army of mutants.
Use a stop. Why are you doing this?
You will go into eternal darkness for not saving Mia.
Rory, please, I don't want to fight you.
Come Muto and join me in eternal darkness.
Rin, I don't know what I did this time, but I'm really sorry.
Don't worry, Hugo. There won't be any problems anymore.
I control a girl and make her a special mutant. You will have to fight to the death. If you win or tie, the girl will disappear in the Shadow Realm forever. You can defeat her and try to take revenge later. Or let her win and you disappear and then her go back to normal.
I can't let you do things like this. Dueling exists to make people happy. Choose to save her.
Another hero fallen.
No, what did you make me do to Yuya?
Yuto, I'm really sorry, I didn't want this.
No, Hugo. I wanted us to be together forever.
Now I will leave you with a beautiful darkness. I'm going to see Serena now. Why Serena disappears from among all? I didn't raise her to lose easily.
I remember you from the day I were freed. Your name is Death Collector.
You may not believe it, but I have the ability to see all forms of atrocities in time and space. And I didn't see inside you any hostility to Serena.
It was a sacrifice for a good cause. I'm a good person now. When I went back to the academy, I expected the worst because of my previous works. but they welcomed me and considered that all my crimes were the actions of Tsar. The professor knew I chose evil for myself, but he gave me another chance. In that place where everyone repented of their actions greeted me with open arms, and this became dear to me. So I worked to become General Yuri, and now I am a good person.
And your first good deed is to destroy your childhood friend.
Sacrificing her is necessary for the world, and I'm sure she understands that. By the way, I feel that you are a threat to the world.
On the contrary, I am a good person trying to save the world from itself. You have not seen the horror of the world through time and the extent of eternal suffering. So I end people's suffering by sending them to the Shadow Realm to choose eternal sleep. But depending on our goals, I think there will be a duel. I'll start first. Instant fusion activate. Summon a low-level fusion monster for me.
So you are using fusion deck like me. His card destroys the summoned monster at the end of the turn. He's wasted his life points.
I give up a branded card and shuffle Albi. To draw a card. Summon Allure the Jester of Despia and activate its effect. Add branded card from my deck. Branded fusion activate. Summon a monster that requires Fountain of Helbaz by fusion monster even the monsters in my deck. Destroyed World Dragon. Show up Albion the Branded Dragon. Allows me to banish my monsters to summon another fusion. Fusion summon. Red Eyes Dark Red Moon.
2 fusions with 1 card and the same materials.
Set 2 cards and end my turn. At the end of the turn, destroy the summoned monster with instant fusion, but banish branded opening instead.
1 monster can imbibition my monsters and another can negate my cards. I'm in trouble. I'm kidding. Discard a card to activate super polymerization. Fuse any monsters on the field. Poison Dragon with Hungering Fangs. Fusion summon Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Its effect strengthen it and trap effect from the graveyard will destroy your set card.
So I will activate it before it destroy, and negate the effect of your monster. You spent half of my cards with amazing speed. You are one of the strongest duelists.
I just started. Activate another copy of Super Polymerization. Fusion summon Predaplant Dragostapiolia.
Now I no longer have monsters.
Buy this effect when sent to the graveyard. Add Predaplant monster from my deck to my hand. Add and summon Offer Score Feel and activate its effect.
How much do you think I'll be Silent Infinite Impermanence activate again?
Useless resistance attack with my 2 monsters. Then Starving Venom attack. Piercing Venom Fangs. End my turn with this. Who will save the world? It will be me, General Yuri.
I'm in a desperate situation, especially since I only have a high-level monster in my hand. Albion effect at the end of the turn. Set or add branded card.
He doesn't realize I have a 3rd Super Polymerization card in my hand. Whatever he's going to do is his last turn.
It's my perfect turn, perfect dark draw. In the world of dual monsters, there was a beautiful kingdom called Helbaz. But I conquered it and made its inhabitants weapons in the hands of my team. The worst dog, summon Fountain of Helbaz and its effect fuse it with your monsters.
The Dragostapiolia effect sets a counter on your monster and negate the effects of all your monsters with counter.
Branded Banishment Trap summon a Despair fusion monster from my graveyard. Then fuse any monsters on the field. The enormity of the world swallows its beauty. And shine in the heart of the announcer of death. Show up, Despian Querteus.
Fuse my monsters without super polymerization.
My deck holds the strongest cards of all time. Of course, I'll find a way to take advantage of my opponent's monsters. Even with a counter, my monster effects will not be cancelled without Dragostapiolia. My monster effect continues to fuse with your dragon.
He didn't just destroy Starving Venom, he sucked it.
Querteus effect. Dramaturge returns after used to fusion summon. It's time for the perfect battle. Dramaturge crushes your little Scorpio. Then Titan Aglet attack.
It's funny that this is what happens when I chooses the path of good.
Then my favorite monster finish you. Cursed Cord.
I was a villain, so let me tell you that heroes won't give up easily.
I know I was one of the heroes. That boy is a candidate to be a hero in the future. Hello boy, what's your name?
My name is Udoyo Banyu.
My name is Aiken. By the way, Can you tell me why you are so cheerful like this?
Today I got the best card, 7th Road Magician.
Would you like to try it against me in a duo?
Thank you. I wanted to order this from someone, but everyone is busy in the tournament.
The duel is over and I win. And now what kind of darkness entered his heart after the loss to send him into the Shadow Realm?
It was so cool. You anticipated all my moves and duel amazingly. I want another duel.
Unbelievable, even accepting defeat with the slightest bit of frustration is what I need to send him to the Shadow Realm.
I lost, but I want another duel. Another duel. Another duel. Another duel. Another duel. Another duel.
I can't send him to the Shadow Realm without there being darkness inside of him. Why do good people in despair go to the path of darkness, but the bad people do not go to the path of good? The answer is because the path of good is restricted, but darkness accepts all. This must be one of the happiest days for the boy, so that he doesn't give up until tired. I will go to a time when he is aware of the bitterness of the world.
After I confronted Zark, I disappeared for years and kept watching the situation. After Zark disappeared again, I thought I will not come back. But I came back and it became clear that my father did horrible things, and I had a brother. I was wondering what he would feel when he saw his sister from another mother from the father he had problems with and who is a soul from another dimension. But all he did was take me to the exam room. I hope he doesn't think he's the big brother.
Ray's returned, time gates appear, and mutants duelist. The events seem connected, but I will not share my information with my father because I do not know what he might do.
What do you mean you won't tell my dad? I want to go back to my family.
Sometimes family can be a big inconvenience. I was sure of that and now I'm even more sure. Let me go back to my work. Through the ages 7 times a high level of strength appeared from several duelists. The last one is very powerful and leads to this duelist.
Dark Magical Circle activator. I add Dark Magician card from the 3 cards to the top of my deck. And my turn by 2 set cards.
It's my turn. I summon Mutant M05.
Magician Navigation activate. Summon Dark Magician from my hand and Spellcaster from my deck. Dark Magical Circle effect. Banish one of your cards when Dark Magician is summoned. It's my turn now. Change Magician of Dark Illusion into attack position. When my Magicians attacks you directly, Black Magic and Illusion Magic. I'm used to mutants. I can win easily.
Are you sure?
Penalty for interference having life.
There are 5 of them now. I have to defend. Set a monster on defense and end my turn.
It's my turn. Summon Mutant Arsenal. Attack directly. I set 1 card and end my turn.
It's no use. I can't beat them. The only 2 cards in my hand are helpless. Even if I summon Quintet Magician and delay, more of them will come. Is it over for me? What Aiden would do?
It's my turn. Penalty for interference having life.
Who is this?
Power Bond. Activate fuse my monsters to summon a machine fusion monster. Infinite Dragon with infinite power. Fusion summon Kimurattack Overdrag. Kimurattack points are 800 points multiplied by the number of monsters used to summon it. The end of the turn Power Bond will deal me damage as much the summoned monster's points but double its attack.
After the intervention penalty, he has only 4,000 left. He will lose at the end of the turn. Stop. If you lose here you will disappear.
My monster can attack monsters for every monster used to summon it.
Infinite Impermanence activate to negate the effects of one of your monsters.
I can't defeat them all without its effect, and above that the pain in my heart resurfaces.
Banish Magician Navigation from my graveyard to negate spell or trap.
Thank you. Eternal Evolution Explosion 5.
Thanks for saving me. But are you okay?
Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm Marufuji Ryo, a duelist from somewhere else. I was looking for the source of the mutants and I got here.
Thanks, you saved me there. I didn't know what to do. Wait a minute, you said the source of the mutants is here.
It's my turn.
Whose voice was that?
You think you can defeat all our monsters? 3 superior mutants against 2 people, no hope for you.
Ruler and demon, become one. Call upon the soul of the crimson dragon, and roar in the name of creation itself. Synchro summon come forth tyrant red dragon archfiend. Its effect destroys all the other cards on the field.
Ultima's effect, banish a card from my graveyard to negate the effect of your card of the same type.
Counter trap activate, Tourlament's crime, negate your activated then shuffle your card. Ultimus can't negate this card.
I have always hated women's, especially those who have strong traps.
The effect of tyrant continues. Crimson power inferno.
Kaleido heart effect from the graveyard. Black tears come to its end and form an angry sea from negative feelings. Rise Tourlament's Kaleido heart. Then the effects of my other monsters. Rise Kifkalos and Garura.
Tyrant red dragon archfiend directly attack. Crimson Helltide inferno. I leave the rest to you, Elisa.
Leave it to me, Jack. Kifkalos and Garura attack. Garura deals double damage. And now Kaleido heart attacks Black Tears stream.
One of them destroys all the opponent's defenses, and the other takes care of the attack.
They're really strong duels.
I can't believe that there are people who kill superior mutants so easily.
You should not turn your back on your opponent or you may die.
Don't be fooled by yourself just because you are a little advanced. Ballista Squad activate tribute a monster to destroy a card in your field. Field spell, Flare of Darkness, allows me to tribute one of your monsters as if it were my own once per turn. Tribute Infernity Doom Dragon to destroy your set card. Since you are defenseless, Darkest Diablo's Lord of the Earth attacks you directly, life-draining violence. At the end of the turn, Lair of Darkness summons torment tokens to the owner of the turn by the number of monsters that have been tributed.
I searched for the source of the mutants who hurt Nico and West and got to you. Why do you do such crazy things?
Shut up. What do you know about crazy? The crazy started when they made fun of my people manipulation ideas in college. But then I joined Infinity Gang and they let me do what I wanted and everyone who doubted before suffered. But then the foolish area betrayed us and joined the Golden Hearth. Nevertheless, I did meet with Death Collector, and he promised me that if I helped him and beat enough duelists, he'd add me to Ross Dawn.
I know what it feels like to go crazy to do what you want, and believe me, you'll regret it. Summon Infernity Necromancer, then activate its effect.
Solemn Strike activates negate your monster's effect and destroy it by 1,500 points. This was his last card, so I definitely won.
Death Hand.
What?
When Infernity Monster leave my field by your effect, I can set Return of the Reaper. Return of the Reaper activate to summon Infernity Monster from my graveyard or banished monsters. Dead in life, at the moment of their meeting at 0, and over the Cage of Eternity, the demonic dragon comes out. Count from death, Infernity Doom Dragon. Activated effect, destroy a monster on your field and deal as much damage as its points. Infernity Death Breath.
Miserable, don't be proud of defeating me or the mutants. I haven't joined the worst dawn yet. I understand this is a plan from my master to gather you and then kill you.
Who are you? I understand you are all fighting mutants and looking for their source.
This is the oldest possible time, so maybe that woman was the reason.
It's not over, not with Death Collector and the Ross Dawn.
Death Collector? I know him. I watched him annihilate the Duel Academy alone. He is very strong. I survived because I was in the hospital.
I know the worst on. They attacked my city and told me Crow was dead. But I'm glad my friend Jack is fine.
Your name is Kiryu, right? I've never met you before.
What do you mean, Jack? Don't you remember me? Yusei and Crow were a team.
Calm down, I hear something.
Sorry, Yugi, I think this old man's story is over. You'll never make me head down, and you love games like I do, and I risked before to save me. You are the best grandson ever. Bye, Yugi.
Grandpa, no, why is this happening?
The mutants aren't finished. I have to take out Death Collector.
But how he travels through time freely, we will always be late.
Surviving duelist who fought the mutants.
That was the sound of the Egyptian monsters.
I heard that too.
The world of dual monsters has suffered the worst. Death Collector and West Dawn have already finished destroying it. You are a group of survivors who have hope to defeat the Death Collector. We can't leave the dual monsters realm because it needs us, but there is a creature who can help you. The Crimson Dragon can only grant strength every 5,000 years, but we can strengthen it. You are now the new Siders.
I feel it burn on my arm.
It's a strange feeling I've never felt before.
These are the marks that you say told me about before.
The pains of my heart has disappeared. What is this strength?
The Crimson Dragon gives me its power.
The Crimson Dragon will allow you to freely travel through time and will enable you to share your power.
Get ready, Worst Down. We've got the strength to take you down.
There will be a tough fight and they will need me. I-chan.
Oh, Worst Dawn, it seems that several insects have gathered against us.
What counter plans for them will be?
Destroying them ourselves, but in the worst way from the Worst Dawn.
Let me take them alone, for I could not find anyone who would satisfy me.
It wouldn't be fun if you did it alone. I'm also looking for stronger people.
Everyone's fate is death before us. By the way, Victor, did you finish Yuma?
I did as you told me and wrote a play that ends with him sacrificing himself to save me. His face was funny when he moved to the Shadow Realm.
Another hero fell, only 3 left. And now let's eliminate those who challenge us. Worst Dawn, annihilate.
Get away 掲げた限界超えるまで何度でも try 果てしなく広がってゆく世界の中で限りなく繋がってゆくタイムラインの流れ確かなことなどないこの孤独な時代 Run what's necessary Cause we still believe in magic 僕らが残す奇跡僕らが残す奇跡僕らが起こす奇跡を Never give up never 諦めないさ Never give up never
Back to the death information segment sponsored by Death Collector. Many heroes have already died, so who will beat me? I will tell you a secret, all the heroes will die and no one has the strength to defeat me.
Next episode, horror of the Worst Dawn. Death Collector carnage really begins.